Osuubirayo okuddako mu media otubuuzengako.
Okudda ku media okubabuzaako si kibi because wali ebintu ng'obyagala naturally flow. Nze bye nakola mu media, it's because I looked at people like Alex Ndaula, it's because I listened to Gaitana and Wondi, it's because
Waziika mugenzi.
Sasola kufuna budde. Unfortunately, I actually met that guy once in my lifetime. Yet I never slept if Dance Force didn't end. I never missed any of his show. Era nzino kama mama nga akimanyi. Ate da walingawo no radio bwakolebwanga bujjirako ddala nga kuliko 91.3 Capital ng'olede rebranded kuli ku Gundi. Ezo radio bazalinga za Semabulo ba what? Naye zagirangako ddala Capital. Kati nze radio nakula njiwuliza nnyo. Da Alex ndo anyinza okugamba nti mu buto bwange ku shows ze akola mu bulamu imbwa on a daily. Daily nyinza okumisinga because zalinga school time. But like Dance Force, nyinza okugamba nti I could have missed on like 5%. I was a very big fan of Alex Ndaula. There are people I admired like MC Katz. These are people I really loved. So media to me came off naturally. And I'm very thankful to Galaxy FM. The Galaxy gave me an opportunity. Nali nkola internship ku KIU. So I came to Galaxy, did my internship. But namala okola internship server unasigalawo. Nalemerawo kati Ashraf manager nambuza anti Nalebo. Internship ya wedde wakitogera. Nemugamba munnange sajja akola internship najja kukola ki kufuna mulimo. Nemugamba I'm not going, I'm staying. Kumane ndo kanemera wiki neggwako. Nampita nampereza mu field. Nantwala wano senangamba no mulenzi njya musigaza wano. I think I can get something out of him. So I started by writing for the website, reporting in a field. But reporting on field, it was not my thing. Ngandaba sibi feeling angambizala wa then so na mbera wao nemba nga reporting ankola kikati mu reporting ne failing okwatagana omukyala yaliwo sala biri omumisho nga ina mwezala wate nga nange omanyi sikiriza ne munafuya nnyonnyonyo kati net failing okata ashafuna ngamba itsoka so ashafuna antika promotions kade nante kanda marketing where I was very passionate so name bikwasaganya extremely very well. Then Amnesia came in, also was taking on Amnesia as the marketing manager. Then actually nzero genda kumpeo kati nawo nali mbivuddeko nga njagala building a career yange mu marketing nga birozo ebiri ashafuna nemerako nnyonnyonyo nangamba Nalebo obera nyumba yimbi. By then I was still working with Maro. Nalebo obera nyumba yimbi. I believe you can do something. Nangamba manager, I'm not interested. Nangamba I believe you can do something even if it's 10 minutes. Kati poko bwajja. Nisha bali bamukola naye nga obimanyi just byakuyitako. Kati nze ate nakula. Kati nze Flora kankubulireko. If I chose to come back to radio today and chose to do entertainment, I would have the biggest show in 90 days. Ekyo nkimanyi because I know where it is untapped. Because nze nawuliriza
bingamba lwaki obyesigali.
So bikugamba. Ne wana. Ekiro kino kigamba ne Tough B. Ne mugamba nze Tough ne bwenga ne ngenda ku radio singa yo obunafu mu Kampala muno. Ne banka ne bampa ya time wa 2 hours. Nga nkola once a week. I know what to about entertainment and trust me in 90 days so kubanga I'm the leading. Kati we Ashraf because me kati nzija kubu ya Flora. Nzina nkosoma mawuli at a very early age by primary thing and some entertainment every day mu bulamu bwange. Tizensa no kukotingira ni winning up award from 2003 paka wezagwa. Ani winning category chinga bintu byenambi na just mu mutwe. So byali bintu byange nnyo. So when I talk okola poko it came off naturally. So nayo nango zikati nzijukide nesho jina soko kukola manyina linkola ne Nimrod. Ne tukolanga week esoka kati waba week Nimrod bwatajja. Najina kamunga nino kukola zekka. Flora na sayo gere dakika 10 ngebigambo bibuze. Ashafuna innocent ampeza nsenanga what's wrong. Ngaf. Bajita batya okuti bechira checho okutya. Not panic, there's another word, but panic. I was just panicking. But so when I was doing that show, it was just coming off natural. So I chose something that was different. Normally people would just talk and give you gossip. So me, I chose to say, let me reach out to the artists and actually call them and ask them and create rivalry. For example, I think one of the stories they are saying, kumpushing yali ya bebe kurunga yevumane, I think in a Kenzo over a chameleon. So what I did, I called Bebe Cool. I didn't tell him I was recording him. I didn't even tell him I was from Galaxy FM. So I called him, talked to him for over 45 minutes. Naye nga munonya bintu bikola ki bivuma byokka nga apokinga. So I call Kenzo, I do the same thing. I call Chameleon, I do the same thing. Na running a story yokumala omwezi mulamba naye nga nwanira ku bikes na recordinga. So there were 45 minutes. You can imagine 45 minutes. So I asked Bebe Cool a range of things. Kati nga nzijanga yo bujja. Weyabadde Chameleon nendegala. Wabadde nafuya Ed Kenzo nenjita. So nenjita nenam. I think it's one of the one of the stories are blowing out in you. Then I believe also the other stories in a single call in you yalia Fefebus wakolero oluyimba lwe Who Is Who. I pushed that beef also strongly because artists either would call me, either inform before, but also the opportunity I had is that manye Flora abantu abasinga kye batalina for personalities abasinga beda babakola gossip. Unfortunately, some of them are not within the music industry itself. Kati nze ate nali mbaddemu mwe nnyini, so I would know then nali manyi n'emboozi zaabwe. So manye emboozi ya Bebe Kuru, manye emboozi ya Ngundi. Kati so kusanga omuntu, for example, let me give examples like Zara, Toto and Anatalia. Zara I think has been kind of inside, but Anatalia has not been inside the music industry itself, like doing the business itself. Forget being a personality, personality. But in the opportunity, so it was easier for me to even have. There's that information government deep state. There's that information that I would know that a typical TV personality might never know. So it's because I was either in their circles, I would be around them. So all that. So basically, I think I chose something different. I chose to do something different. Then I chose to be factual. Then I chose to be candid. It's nice in a mukolo ngaba imbi wamanyi. Katinga bara fati wa Fefebo singa manyi. Nalebo taina chaliwe. Nalebo bina naika tini. Enchana akupushing le chintu enchana akuzala wana akuye chitu fundi chucha. So I think I was just being myself. Yes. But I will come back. I believe like I've said, there are things that come off natural. I loved it, but also chenakiriza mulamu wange is omanyi Flora, one thing I was actually speaking of this over the weekend. I had the wedding I attended with my friend, and one guy when I nakaje Kampala gwe natandika nayo obulamu, but we were talking about one thing nti mubulamu teri agenda ku promoting go promoting. So mubulamu, you just wake up and choose and say I'm going to take this path and I'm going to do this. So you promote yourself, no one promotes you. Ti fe obulamu twali tubutandika wakerako nosolako mu nyumba y'emitwalo 10, nosolako mu yabiri, nosola mu yasatu bwoto nogera ng'obwamya. But wakera kezi nogamba nti yabiri sikola ki sijiddamu. Nze bwe najja e Kampala, nze nalabanga waffe, nze najja e Kampala omulundi. Okay, omulundi ogwange gwasooka najja mu 2006. Sitange yali andeese. I was in 2006, I was doing my primary 7. Then I came back in 2013 when I had completed senior 6 and I was going to campus. 2013 nyingira KIU. But when I came to Kampala, coming from good families, but I would come to Kampala holiday never die at never mucharo. I told myself I'm not going back. The moment I step into Kampala, nyingi de. Ngenda talafia, teli na holiday kudayo. And as I naliko most I think like for 2 months nenji dukam nenda niko quarantinga. So just na talafia. Nengamba kasa nyingi de chibuga ngenda cheka. So I get to appreciate that in life you just promote yourself. No one is going to promote you. So I believe into waliwo media nyizo kwa search kubanyo. But I was able to test what I wanted in Katinze complete. Recently when I come out to Galaxy, and have called me to sit in for Mosh for that period. One of the reasons why I accepted it, by the way, to be very honest, entertainment show, which I did. So when I took I was satisfied. So 2, nayagala okola morning show because I always have capital. Now it is Alex Ndahula. From I think when Juliana was doing it, when Alex Ndahula was even still on the breakfast show. So I listened to it for a long time. So I even wanted, how do I even Fenga tumanyi represent babela be kwana bwe kwanya bamune mostly babela mu sexy. Fenga bitumanyi because the way they would talk. Kata mwete mcheka mwete mauza nyo bagetano. Bagetano bali bogira. Nga hizo kuganiriya noza nti baba sona mbuli bwe bumu. So there are things that I really wanted. So when Chef again called me, told me, Nalebo, man, so ko jeto gere, Mariati is stepping away, Moshi utaliwo jango, otulemuko. I said, let me go and experience the morning show that I also wanted to do. So one of the things I was able to know is, because if the show is beginning at 6, that means by 5 you're supposed to be there, do some small preps, all those things. So some of the things were really just experiences. So once I go through an experience and I've seen what it takes, then I choose myself to go to graduate and go to another level. So basically that is it. But probably I'll come to the media as a media mogul. Yakujanga nze saba innocent migabo. Probably. That's when I see myself coming back. Yes.
Bwe yali abaddeko mu music industry eno tukula oba tudda mabega waliwo be analyst be nalabyawo aboogera ne bagamba industry yaggwadda emyaka 8 emabega.
Omanyi Flora, I want to say there's been growth because right now artists can make artists, not just music, but artists art as an industry. There is an opportunity to make money. Even as a DJ right now is recognized, a DJ can make money. DJs are paid 2 million, 3 million per a gig. They are doing big time. Chaliwanga abade no kwanjula over the weekend. We tried to gam on a guy DJ Musita and he was asking for 2.5. Ngate is serious. He's saying that is my last. So it shows you that DJs have also graduated. Abazanyi ba film na graduated right now. Olaba ntine Yuga Wood, erimu kuvayo. Comedy, stand-up comedy oyo. Okuja kuba motive bali bamugezaako mukola. But also they were doing skits. They are in your big, but right now you can see that even comedians are doing well. So I must say that there have been some growth in some areas, but some areas we've failed. Olaba ekintu something that is genetically modified. Olaba ngebe ebintu bya nuts ebyagone ebya genetically modified. Kisobola okula mu week ebbiri. Ne mbamu kali akantu akabulamu. So industry affair a failings because there are a number of factors. But in Yagamanti, there have been some things we've achieved. The media houses to name, but now the entire art is represented on various. Everyone can cope up. Right now, John Black can come from nowhere and become a big artist. Whatever man can put it on R&B singers. And Victor Rose, those yes. So I believe that there's some growth in some areas. But one of the things that has failed us, when they're looking at music, they're looking at it on the micro aspect, but I always want to focus on the macro aspect. Now, what about in the Akatale Cafe generally? Do you know about the team? I didn't go Diamond because Diamond is medium to Kumi area. But then when we're talking, what we are say, and I want to agree. Akatale Cafe generally, take a the market. Because let me tell you, the biggest advertisers in the country, media, you're going to look at like 3 sectors. Beverage, companies, you're going to look at telecom, you're going to look at maybe banks. Government may come in, but they don't pay even in time. Fine, you're million bisatu, but they will pay after a year or 2. So it will not be the money. Send us also the 2 a year after, it cannot do then what it would have done today. So there are like 3 areas esasula. Ate bw'otula mu beverage mulimu nga company emu ey'amaanyi esasula. Bw'ogenda mu telecom mulimu company erange emu ey'amaanyi eri consistent n'okulanga. Bw'ogenda mu banks eyo otulya mulimu banks ng'emu 2 eziri consistent. Ate nga nazo bwe zikuwa zisasula okusinza ku katale. So nolaba nti akatale generally omuntu aba akanaliza akatunuliriza just ku kiro kimu aba ojja kafairinga. Nja kubuuza nti bwe tuba tugenza mu manufacturing, how many international companies can come and set up here permanently? Let's say IKEA, the biggest furniture company. Can it come and set up in Uganda? No. Can it, let's say, cars, what assembling companies here, Toyota, but they cannot assemble even from here. So it shows you that we are small itself. When waliwo muyimbi omu, Swangs Avenue egezeza kuleta azawe. Naye Swangs eyo, ogiraba nti they are doing it, but they are still trying to target the African market. They are not even trying to target Uganda. Nti noba nakera ne bakweta zawe ne bamuteekamu $500,000 nga baginvestors mu kalya ye. Wali tena wegenda va Uganda. Nti nawe ozubwalira okubira zawe. I'm going to be very honest with you. I wanted Azawe to come and perform at the festival and they asked me for 7 million before the concert. After the concert they said it's 10 million. Naye nga nange muli mpulira okwata million 10 ziwa zawe. Mpulira muli obutakkiriza. You get my point? So it's because the market, we don't need to analyze it in isolation. We need to analyze it in a whole. The Katari here is small. So artists can, amuyimbi wafe Uganda tagenda vuga chopa. Ate how? Tagenda jivuga because the only time they need to perform. Kali example. Okay, anokubira omuyimbi wano. Abakazi banena Rose banema nomugamba ndingenda kuba million 3. Omukyalo wabali mukujja ku show agenda kola makeup, agenda gula ngato, agenda gula enviiri. Ate abakyala abakazi bali funny. Emotoka tagenda jevugira. Wabajja kumukola agenda funa omwana gwavuga amwe 10,000 amuvuga. Wamala ogenda okuperform nga abatule bayite ku chicken tonight bagule emmere ya 10,000. So geno bayizanga kusendezwa mu madde million 3. Aina bouncer, aina all that. So I believe we've not yet gotten there. There are things that are wrong, but that can be addressed. But I think that generally what is disturbing our industry is the economy. But also, where we are, the strength of our economy, but also it's because the private sector has not invested highly. Sijja kulimba teri nsimu supporting the arts keba America kebe Nigeria gye mwegamba government ejamba tekiriyo. Nigerian music has grown because the private sector has invested in it. Just imagine if we had 5 record labels as big as Swangs Avenue in Uganda. That means we would have 5 as always. Let's say they are big also. We could have 5 Shibas. But now we have 1. So if we have Bali Sono Mana, for example, Zuli Tams, Bali Bamulese, whatever recorded better de Katia simple. I'm not hearing him. But just imagine if we have 5 Swangs Avenues. All countries that have grown because of the private sector. Abantu banache bakisokinomu bali tani bateka mu sente z'amanyi. Nigeria wachi amanyi one right population ya amanyi. Economy yawe nene. If you're selling to 150 million people who have some disposable income, it's big and better. So naturally what we record about is Nigeria ziri private. Bantu basokinomu ababulijjo. So here we can only grow and become big. To one waliwo potential. One waliwo abayimbira ddala. But just imagine if we had about 5 Swangs Avenues coming together and putting in money. The politicians are still, our politicians are still old school. They're like most of our parents. They still either believe they need to put their money into healthcare, oil and gas, industry affair. But also, we are also partly to be blamed of how the industry has been taken as players. Right now, gospel shows have taken all over. Now, I was substance. I was very happy that it was shifting and it was jaw. They were setting the agenda, but also a wrong agenda. Is that they're built on propaganda, hate, and shaming. So, which is not right. Because I can still do a story that Flora Morkayam Seko Kubo. And it is factual and it is there. But then not sent if Flora Morkayam Seko Mukubo, at Flora Yomkazi Movinho, Alabika will be make up with a new mind and no momonene. I think that now becomes another thing. It becomes personal. But I believe there is an opportunity to grow. We just need to pray that we have more political stability in the country. That helps everything grow in a whole. Naba media bayomba. Ngabo government, a media house will complain on how many advertisers are willing even to pay a lot of money. But because nemukatale mwenyini, abantu abagula tebali ichi, tebali. Yeah.
Nalebo sibula abakula.
Bibadde bingi? Nyagala obebaza. I want to thank you for your time. For giving me your time. Flora so kwebaliza ddala okuba nti ompadde akaganya to interact. And we look forward to more interactions. So, kulabadde ku TV yafe. Oli musiramu oli muki?
Ndi musiramu.
Nice kambuze.
Haji.
You are very close to Alpha Times. Zibuzibu ki?
Kwano gwange nnyo.
Ejjinya nabala muli wamu Roast and Lime. Nembalabanga muli wamu ku bya Queen of Ginger. What's wrong with your problem?
Problem is Alpha.
Oyagala mulya.